Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic. And right on time, they announced it to meet their funding or breach of funding criteria. Go see an article on the IUB about that. It talks about all of that. It talks about what happens then. And if you read that and actually understand it from a derivative side and from a fiat system side and from a kind of a, although it's been legal, gaming of the system, how that would funnel serious money into the cabal's coffers, having this be declared. That's why you have to have such a push of hysteria and chaos and panic and all this kind of stuff when the figures are, Sheila, what you have was what in the US?
Oh yeah. According to Reuters, there have been 30 people killed with this and only 1,000 infected. I'm really grateful that you explained it to me. And for those that, because you know, the average Joe probably doesn't get it about that article in regards to the, you know, what were they, catastrophe bonds, I think they were, that if this was officially claimed by the World Health Organization as a global pandemic before June of 2020, those bonds would then be, and I didn't quite understand it. And I'm glad that I told you that so that you could share it with me. And what that really basically means is anybody whose funds, pension fund, let's say, was invested with that particular thing, they just raided all of that. That went right straight to the cabal. All that money, because this was declared a global pandemic, they basically stole the funds.
And I would bet that there's an indemnity clause that they get more percentage basis for the amount prior to that deadline of the June.
Yeah, you're probably right. I wasn't, I knew it was a betting game because that's what the stock market is, period, anyway. But I don't know why I was thinking it was the opposite, but apparently, you know, that is something.
Right. And so based on that, go back and read the article, read Heather's comment on the article, read the comments to the whole article and Heather's comments, and then do a little research, and you'll see that everything is very seamlessly connected. And just on the one sentence, so ask yourself, and you may have been running into people who say, well, why is the media pushing this fear so much? Because we had to get to this.
Yes.
Money's running dry for them.
Yep.
Why? Because, hey, certain, you know, people have this crazy idea and they've been cutting off the spigots back in 2012 and time's up. Right?
Yeah, no, so, I want to be busy. I'm sorry. I know that we're trying to do this, but I want to be very, very clear about what you just said. Because there's a whole shit ton of people that still don't really get it. And I was one of them. So I want to be very clear what BZ is saying here. The access to the funds was taken away by Heather. To be very clear, when we, including me, accessed our accounts in July and August of 2017, what we actually did, because they couldn't access those funds anymore, the original depositors were the only ones that could. That's us. And because we did, we got the money out, and all they had to do then was lie and take it back. So they got access. So in effect, we were very complicit in keeping this going along for a little bit longer. I want to be very clear about that, because everybody who's like, when are they going to do something? Well, maybe it would already happen that if we hadn't done that. But, I didn't know what I was doing.